Welcome back to the TFD Hockey Show, and in today's video we have a star-studded episode. We are going to talk about the Stanley Cup Finals. We are going to score nice goals like that. We are going to talk about Pete DeBoer getting fired, and we are also going to go over the 15 most annoying players in the NHL, which really, honestly, is my 15 worst favorite players. So stay tuned to find out who I'm a D1 hater on, and not only who I'm a hater on, but why. Stay tuned to find all that out, but first of all, make sure you guys like and subscribe. The support on the first episode was actually way better than I was expecting, so I'm really appreciative of that. Hopefully you guys, support this episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And, maybe if we get enough likes and subscriptions, Bryce, Tyler, and Sam will come back to the channel. I had some notes written down, and then I just deleted all of them to talk about Game 1 and 2 here. So I think Game 3 is Monday night. I am recording this Saturday night. So, we have a little bit of wait here between Game 1 and 2. And honestly, I feel like I was right. I said this would be the best Stanley Cup final we have seen in the last 10 years. And it has honestly been the best Stanley Cup final I have seen personally in my lifetime. People are saying it's the best cup final of all time. I think that's very recency biased. I'm sure back in the day, maybe the level of hockey is the highest we've ever seen in terms of a 7-game series, but I don't think it's so hard to say this is the best series of all time. Like, one modern one that comes to mind is the Crosby versus the Red Wings series. I never actually got to watch that one, but I've heard it's very good, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of fans who watch that series rank it higher, especially since Crosby was playing, and I know McDavid's playing in this one, but still. I'm trying to think if any other series come to mind. Like Chicago-Boston was pretty good. Obviously, Boston-Vancouver was amazing. If we go back a bit further, if we're trying to think, obviously the Montreal-Boston, Montreal-Toronto, like the olden day series would have been amazing. Probably Gretzky versus the Islanders was probably pretty good. Any Wayne Gretzky, any series with Lemieux, Bobby Orr, these guys are just absolute highlight reels, so it just makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But I think that, in terms of who's watching this video, I'm assuming most of us aren't that old, and this is definitely the best finals we have seen with our own eyes. So I think the first finals I watched in totality was 2013. I think 2013 was very close, but this, in my opinion, it will probably beat it out. And it's just this is what happens when you get the two best teams in the league playing each other for the Stanley Cup. It makes sense. It's how the world works. You want to see the best at everything, and I think that just makes for amazing hockey. And hopefully, I don't want every game to go to overtime. A lot of people do. But my heart cannot take that. I can't even imagine what it's like to be a fan of these two teams, although Florida doesn't have fans anyways. So I think for them, that's why they deal with the pressure a little bit better. But for the Oilers, that must be crazy. Like, all your fans rocking, expecting you to win. And then Brad Marchand gets the luckiest play of all time in NHL. I'm joking. But, still, something like that happens, you're like, damn, bro, we worked that hard for that to happen. That's rough. But what do I think? This is exactly what I thought it was going to be, a battle between the two best teams in the NHL, and it has not disappointed. It has been amazing in every sense of the word. I think who deserves to win? I think it's very fair that it's 1-1. Edmonton has dominated at times. Florida has dominated at times. Both teams have gotten a little bit of luck. Both teams have gotten help by the ref. Obviously, the refs are on Florida's side. But, it's not like they haven't been helping out Edmonton a bit. Obviously, we know that Gary Bettman was not going to let them go down 2-0. So that's another thing we have to keep in mind. So I'm not surprised that the Florida Panthers won that game. But I think we are in for an absolute treat, and I would not be surprised even if the Oilers lose, which Gary Bettman's going to make them lose, that I would not be surprised if McDavid or Draisaitl win the Conn Smythe again. I feel like it's almost inevitable at this point that something like that's going to happen. Okay, next up, let's talk about Pete DeBoer getting fired. I think that's very, it's surprising. It's not surprising, but it's like, I don't know how to say it. As a coach, I think if Pete DeBoer, was mainly focused on the hockey stuff, not big into the theatrics of everything, I think he would still have a job with the Dallas Stars. But the fact of the matter is, he is a big drama queen, I guess. And, as an NHL coach, you can't really do that, man. That's just not how the world works. Did we just have an open net and whoever that was blocked that? That was diabolical. Okay, I mean, Pete DeBoer, I don't really know what to say. Is it worth firing him? I mean, yeah, he made comments about Otter. I think that's just fire-worthy. I don't think it's really a question, to be honest. I think they made the right move, and, I'm happy for them. Hopefully the Dallas Stars do incredible like they should be doing. I mean, I think they will. I don't see any reason why they won't be a sick team next year. They trade Robinson, lose Duchesne, or Granlund, or one of them, and fire DeBoer. It'll be very interesting for Stars fans, see how they react. But, all in all, I really like where this team is, and I think it's the right move. Pete DeBoer, great coach, but just not getting the best out of these players. They have higher aspirations. They're a no-tax team. The NHL is rigged for them, so they should be winning. So we'll see what happens. Why the hell is Erik Karlsson in the bumper and William Nylander at the point? What is going on right now, coach? Okay. So I think that covers everything. If there's anything you guys think I missed, just let me know and I'll reply to it in the comments. But let's get into the main part of this episode. Making this list. This list is, again, another list where it's my opinion. It's based on, somewhat facts, but this one, when you're ranking, the top 10 finals, you can add in some facts there. It's not like you can't. But this list specifically, you literally cannot make a list like this without, basically all opinion. I don't see how you can. Maybe there's a way and I'm just missing it. But, let me know if I'm doing it wrong, because I feel like I'm doing, I feel like this is the only way to rank it. But, maybe I'm absolutely tripping, but we'll see if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say these are my 15 worst favorite players. I feel like that's really, harsh. And I don't think I have a couple of players that, I would never really root for, and I don't think I would want on the Jets. But, it's hard to say something like that. A lot of these players are really good NHL players, and they would definitely make my favorite team a lot better. At the same time, it's hard to quantify the requirements for this type of a list. It's just kind of vibes basically, and a bit of stats. That being said, again, this is my personal list, so if you don't like it, then, that makes sense. It's not your list. It's not going to be perfect. However, if you don't like it, let me know in the comments what you would put. And, another just quick thing here. If any of these players see this video, or any, relatives or anything, I'm not calling you trash. The reason you're on this list is because you're noticeable, you're good at hockey. So if you're good at hockey, you're going to have haters, or people who, I don't even know how to classify it. People who, uh, people who find you annoying. That's a good title. People who envy your game and wish that you were on their favorite team so that they could like you instead of hate you. You know what I'm saying? Is a very strong word. I don't hate any of these players. I just want to put it out on the record. And this is for like on ice stuff. I will say if it's on off ice. I didn't put Carter Hart, Carter Hart's just the most prominent name out of those guys. But I didn't put anybody like that on the list. Don't worry. That's just not really my alleyway, in my opinion. I just don't really want to, put Carter Hart there. Like, obviously, at the same time, somebody like that, like, they're not in the NHL right now, and I tried to keep it mostly to the on-ice stuff. So, without further ado, let's go. 15 on this list, so we're going to have to move slightly quickly. And I don't really have stats to back it up. Like I said, it's just vibes. But number 15, I am going from the Dallas Stars, Liam Bichelle. So why would a guy like Liam Bichelle be on this list already? It seems absolutely outrageous, but Liam Bichelle is very good at hockey for one. This kid's going to be an absolute stud in the future. More importantly, Liam Bichelle is a very hard-working player. He's a very gritty player, which I like. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have him on the Jets. However, he is also, sometimes a little bit dirty because of his size. It's not even like illegal plays or like plays that deserve a penalty. It's just more like, it's just like plays that are like, bro, like this guy is annoying to deal with. It's not even hate, it's like you're good at your job, so you're gonna get on this list. The only player that like I kinda like, honestly, like, I mean, these other guys, some of them I actually do like them. That's Cap, but he's in like the F tier in terms of like, I just had to get 15 names on here, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is annoying, you know what I'm saying, but he's a very good player, and I respect his game a lot. I respect all of these guys' games, some of them not really, but, like, I definitely respect Liam Bichelle, and Dallas Stars fans, you have a great player on your hands, so keep him safe, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be incredible. 14, you guys know I had to have this one, Brad Marchand. Now, for a lot of you guys, he is definitely higher. For me, I don't really hate Brad Marchand that much. I used to, because I used to say, like, oh, everyone else hates Brad Marchand, and he has a big nose, and he definitely does not have a big cock. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to put Brad Marchand on my list. But actually, I respect his game. He's a veteran, getting it done at 37. He always comes up clutch. He loves to play the villain. And I mean, people just, maybe it's, pretty privilege or whatever it's called. But Brad Marchand, unfortunately, buddy, the entire world for some reason hates you. Or the entire hockey world that's not a Florida or Boston fan. I'm sure some Boston fans right now hate you. I'm sure there's people who genuinely have, like, hatred for you. Which is very interesting to hate an athlete and a guy you've never even met. But, that's how the world works nowadays. And Brad Marchand is coming in at number 14. And for a lot of you guys, this may be too low. But in my opinion, I don't really have any hatred to him. And he's been great for Canada, so. 13, we have a guy who has scored 1 career NHL goal. I think has played 5 career NHL games, and that guy is Ryan Leonard. Now you might be like, how the hell is Ryan Leonard ahead of Brad Marchand as a guy who's played like barely any NHL games? And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you can't already tell, I am Canadian. Ryan Leonard is American. He's won 2 straight golds, World Juniors. He, he just a dirty, like a clean, dirty player. Like, he doesn't do anything like over the line. He also tiptoes the line a lot, and he plays the game the right way, you know what I'm saying? And I applaud that. And I also, for some reason, as you can see by my archetype of hate, I hate those players as well. So Ryan Leonard, I mean, you're a great player, you're gonna do great things in the league, but for right now you have to join this list, bro. And also, you know what I'm saying, it's the same thing as Brad Marchand, bro. Big nose, but definitely no big, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things I say in this is a joke, because not gonna lie, listing my 15 most annoying players might get a little boring for people. Trying to entertain it up, you know what I'm saying? You guys can clip this video out of context, I don't care. But like, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? We're just keeping it to on-ice stuff. All the off-ice things are jokes, unless I explicitly say that, like, this guy just seems like an asshole off the ice, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I said you know what I'm saying a lot there. I don't even know what happened. But next up, we have at number 12, the Winnipeg Jets former player who never suited up for the Winnipeg Jets, Rutger McGroarty. So Marchand and Bichelle were in like the F tier. You know what I'm saying? Marchand was probably in the you know, D tier. Ryan Leonard's like a C minus, D plus tier. And here is the actual, like, you know, semi-decent D1 hater. So why is Rutger McGroarty at number 12? Well, as you can tell, I'm a Jets fan. Rutger, why are you doing this, bro? You didn't do anything in Pittsburgh as well, which pissed me off even more. You know, he was supposed to be our future captain, supposed to be, you know, the future of this team, supposed to be that second line center that you know, that everyone says we need. But yeah, he's always gonna be hated by the city of Winnipeg. It's not even hate, because like, he seems like a nice guy. He's just a bit arrogant, that's all. A bit cocky, and he didn't back it up. So great job, Rutger. And I mean, if I wasn't a Jets fan, I'll be real, he probably wouldn't be on this list. Saying that, I do have another guy who did kind of the same thing, and he's a lot higher, so maybe not. This is the most random one by far. This is one of them ones where it's like, you gotta know, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, I said it again. But we have Yakov Trenin of the Minnesota Wild. Now you might be like, Yakov Trenin, that is the most random D1 hate I've ever seen. You might be right, but Yakov Trenin in 2024 went berserk for the Colorado Avalanche. He also is just like another one of those guys who's like, you know, he's not like Jack Hughes or Connor Bedard or, you know, Tage Thompson or Devin Booker or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real, you know what I'm saying? But Yakov Trenin, I mean, you know, another guy who plays the game the right way, gets to those dirty areas, cheap hits, and I mean, any team would love to have him. I just, you know, he's just not a guy I root for personally. I have nothing against the guy. I've never heard him do an interview or anything. I don't even know if he knows how to speak, you know, like English, French, Spanish. Like, he could speak Bulgarian for all I know. That's even what the language is called. Hopefully I'm not being offensive to anybody. But next up at number 11, wait, watch this, bang. Oh, number 11 we have, is that number 11? 15, 14, 13, 12. At number 11 we have Matthew Tkachuk of the Florida Panthers. Now, Matty Tkachuk, why is he here? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's weird, it's the second Florida Panther. Hopefully that's not a trend today, you know what I'm saying? Panthers, they have a lot of these guys like Matthew Tkachuk. Now, if I did this yesterday, Matthew Tkachuk would definitely be a lot lower on my list. He might not even make, that's cap, but he would be around where Marchand and Bichelle are. But this dude patted Sam Bennett on the back for breaking Stuart Skinner's leg in half. So, you know, that's like unacceptable in my opinion, so he dropped a couple spots. And I mean, he's also just really good at hockey, but he also, like, unfortunately kind of fell off after 2023. Not really, like, he didn't fall off statistically, he just his aura fell off, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he won a cup, so it doesn't matter at all. And you gotta step up big time. I feel like you have so much talent and you're just playing on the second line. Like, Paul, bro, get him up there with Barkov and Reinhart. You want to unlock Sam Reinhart, put Matthew Tkachuk and Alexander Barkov on his line. And I know it's like, oh, well, the depth of the team. The Florida Panthers' depth has been doing just fine. And a line of Bennett, Verhaeghe, and Rodriguez will do, they'll do enough, you know what I'm saying? But next up here at number 10, we have the man, the myth, the LTIR, Mark Stone. Marcus Stone is number 10 here. I was debating between Stone, Tkachuk. I was going to put Trenin over them, but, like, nobody really knows or cares about Yakov Trenin. No offense. I mean, I'm sure there's people who do care about him, but, like, he's not Tkachuk or Stone, you know what I'm saying? But Matthew Tkachuk, why is he below Mark Stone or ahead, however you want to classify it? I think Mark Stone, just like Matthew Tkachuk, I feel like I like watching his game a bit more. Mark Stone, he's a great player. He's just a bit, not as hockey on ice, like hockey style, visually appealing as Matthew Tkachuk's game. And Mark Stone also did the LTIR glitch 2 years in a row, and it brought it, or 2 years, I don't know if it's 2 years in a row, but he also got them Hurdle and Hanifin. I know Tkachuk got them Jones and Marchand, but then Hurdle and Hanifin signed for 8 more years, and there is no way Marchand, Ekblad, and Bennett all sign, and all Vegas had to give up was an aging Jonathan Marchessault, who was a Conn Smythe winner, but still. And I just think that Mark Stone's, LTIR sacrifice, the fact that he's so good defensively, and he somehow, gets away with penalties, and he's Gary Bettman's favorite player. So he comes in at number 10 on this list here. This is one of the few players who, like, the definition of annoying is a little bit different for this guy. It's, like, not as clear cut as the other ones why he's annoying, so I have to explain. But at number 9 is Aaron Ekblad. Why is Aaron Ekblad on this list? One, he plays for the Panthers, so that's 3 Florida Panthers on this list. Don't worry, there won't be a lot more. But Aaron Ekblad, it's a little bit weird. Exceptional status player. Now, I know he didn't get exceptional status for his offensive talents, but honestly, he's, like, good at everything, but not great at one thing, which isn't a bad thing. But when you're the first overall pick, over Draisaitl, over literally, like, Sam Reinhart, over Sam Bennett, like, your fellow draft mates, like, you just need to be better. And it's not even offensively. Defensively, he's good, but he also plays with one of the top defensive defensemen in the league. And I just feel like he should be better. Like, it's like Shane Wright, kind of. It's like, I think Shane Wright will have, a better breakout year. It's like Lafreniere as well. He could have been on here. Not because I actually dislike those guys as players. Like, it's just because, like, you're supposed to be one of them guys. You're supposed to be leading your franchise and everything. You're supposed to score goals like Aho just scored. And you can't do that, So, Aaron Ekblad comes in at number 9. He would be, like, number 15, but he also plays for Florida. And he also got suspended this year and came back, just in time, So Aaron Ekblad goes at number 9. A tier and S tier. Here is the top of the top. Aaron Ekblad, Stone, Tkachuk, Trenin, McGrody, Leonard, Marchand, Bichel. Some of you guys can get up there, some of you guys are never going to be up there. Here are the 8 most annoying players, and it is 100% facts. At number 8, we have JT Miller. And why is JT Miller on this list? Number 1, he plays for the Rangers. That's just, like, get the hell out of here. Number 2, he is JT Miller, and he likes to, be a pest out there, taunt people, like, even with missing jibs, he likes to trash talk a lot. So, and number 3, I think that JT Miller is a little bit overrated in my opinion. Maybe he's underrated after this year, but JT's very good. He's just like, people were like saying like he should make the Team USA. He definitely deserves to make the team. That's not what I'm saying at all. But there was a lot of players that people put JT Miller ahead of that I didn't necessarily agree with. I think that his ability to be called like a guy you want in the playoffs is a bit overrated. And he did have a great regular season in 2024. It was kind of an incredible year for all those Canucks players, except for Quinn Hughes a little bit. So, take that with a grain of salt. JT Miller is still an incredible player, just on my personal list of annoying players, and there's nothing wrong with that. Problem with it, I don't know. If you do, let me know in the comments. Put in the comments right now what you think of the picks so far. But at number 7, we are going with a player on the Anaheim Ducks. I think you guys know where this is going. I am not even a Philly fan, but Cutter Gauthier, what are you demanding, bro? You have done nothing in your life in terms of the NHL, and you are demanding to be traded to any team that you want to go to. It just pisses me off. These kids think they deserve the world. They deserve absolutely nothing. Paid $925,000 to go out there and play in the NHL or play in college. Just do that. Just go do that, bro. Like, it ain't that hard. It's not that hard. You think you're good. You're not good. Cutter Gauthier, you're not good yet. You definitely can be good. So I see why you wanted to choose where you go. So you become good at the same time. You're not good right now. So just chill, bro. It's not that deep yet. Just chill. That's all I'm saying. Same with the Rucker. You guys, you're not good yet. Just chill. I mean, if he was playing with Michkov right now, they'd be absolutely deadly. So that pisses me off too. Like, if he just stayed with Michkov, man, what could have been? What could have been is very, very unfortunate. But here, let's head on to the next one. I missed number 8. That is my fault. I missed number 8. And number 8 is from the Washington Capitals. Again, the second Capital of the video. I mean, Ryan Leonard doesn't really count, does he? And it is Tom Wilson. We don't really need to speak too much on this one. Tom Wilson is on a lot of people's lists. It could be hockey, it could be other stuff, but Tom Wilson, I mean, he's just an instigator, he's a fighter, he's a mocker, he's a crybaby, he's everything you want in a heart and soul player on your team. And he has a cup to back it, so nobody can really talk trash to him, you know what I'm saying? So Tom Wilson slots in at 8. Then I don't know. I messed up one. So we had Wilson, we had JT Miller, we had Cutter Gauthier. So that was, if I'm not mistaken, 7, 6, and 5. So we are here at the top 4, the Mount Rushmore of annoying players. And at number 4, this is a bit of a surprise, I think, to most people, but we are going with Taylor Hall. Now, Taylor Hall, why is he on this list? This is one of them ones where it's like, more off ice than on ice. I mean, on ice, Taylor Hall is a great trophy. However, he's for some reason winning a Hart Trophy didn't lift him up to his first overall pick, back-to-back Memorial Cup championship junior career. I still don't know how that is. If you win a Hart Trophy, you're literally crowned the league's best player. You know, maybe I'm alone on that take. I don't know yet. But it feels like it's a little bit underwhelming with Taylor Hall, and also every single story I've read on Taylor Hall says that he's an asshole, just to keep it blunt. So I don't know if that's true. I take those with a grain of salt usually, but when you read like every single one, literally, like I don't think I've ever read a nice story on Taylor Hall, which should be very telling. So he comes in here at number 4. At number 3, this is gonna hurt a lot of people. This is a lot of people's favorite player. I was never really a fan of him on the ice. He's obviously incredible, but I just was never really a fan. And I mean, you know, he's one of the greatest players of all time, so it's unfortunate that I wasn't a fan. But I'm not gonna switch up my beliefs and as a hockey fan and everything just for one guy. 3, it is showtime from the Detroit Red Wings, Patrick Kane. So Patrick Kane being on this list may be a bit of a shocker to you guys, over Brad Marchand, over Matthew Tkachuk, over Tom Wilson, JT Miller. But Patrick Kane, obviously one of the greatest players of all time. You know, one of the greatest Blackhawks, if not the greatest Blackhawk of all time. And yet, I don't know. Jonathan Toews, one of my favorite players of all time, obviously a Winnipeg boy, but outside of that, great two-way player, captain, leader. Then you have this partier who has a lot of, murky stuff on his resume as a human. Anything, private life, but just like stuff that's been said about him in the past, stuff that's been leaked about him. Whether true or not, you still, some of them have been solved, some of them have been kind of swept under the rug. So it's kind of tough to say, you don't want to jump to conclusions. But when there's this many stories about one superstar, it's a little bit like, okay, do I really know this guy? Like, should I really be supporting somebody I don't know? And there's a lot of stuff that's a little bit like, I don't know about this. So I think in my opinion, I don't feel embarrassed about putting Patrick Kane on this list. I wonder how many people, disagree with that take heavily. And then, on the ice, he's great. I just, sometimes, in my opinion, didn't give that much of an effort defensively. I mean, you don't have to when you're the Art Ross winner, Hart winner, whatever, but it's just interesting how it works. Giving terrible reasons, by the way. I am tired as hell. I started recording this 11 something at night. It is currently 1:30 a.m. and you guys might be like, how are you still not done? I record multiple videos at a time, and I'm on that grind now, so I record a lot of videos at once. And we are absolutely chopped tonight, but it's all good. Number 2, the top 2 with the silver medal on the NHL's most annoying players list, 2025 edition, I will say, is Oskar Sundqvist of the St. Louis Blues. Now, I'm a Jets fan. Oskar Sundqvist, for some reason, is very good against us. He just loves to play good against us. I've never seen him play good against any other team. He also, isn't in the Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Jack Hughes, any soccer players there, any baseball players there. I'm sure there's baseball players. I feel like people love Paul Skeens, but maybe that's just because of his girlfriend. But anywho, I don't know, man. Oskar Sundqvist just pisses me off, man. This dude, makes me genuinely angry. Oh, man, it genuinely pisses me off. Him, I mean, Kaner is probably on like A tier, you know, with Wilson, Miller, Hall, Gauthier. And then there's these two on a tier of their own. Oscar Sundqvist is just a personal one. I don't have anything against the guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything. But he's so, like, just mediocre at hockey, becomes a star player against one team. It happens to be my favorite team. We have no rivals. People say we have no rivals. People may call this recency bias. A lot of people say the Minnesota Wild because of regional proximity. However, St. Louis, it's gotta be St. Louis. Like Vegas as well, but it's gotta be St. Louis, bro. Oscar Sundqvist is the epitome. Like, I'm sure Blues fans have a guy on our team who just torches them for some reason. Like, maybe Cole Perfetti could be a good one. But, like, genuinely, bro, that actually pisses me off so much when that guy scores. Because, like, he's good, but he ain't that good. And for some reason against us, he is that good. At number 1 for the NHL's most annoying player title of 2025, according to TFD Hockey, it is no surprise. It is our boy from Ontario, from Toronto. You know, maybe next year a Maple Leaf, who knows. But it is Sam Bennett. He will wear the crown for this year. And it is not even close. I mean, like, last year, you know, injuring a couple players in the run 2 years ago. All the, like, avoided suspension talk and all this stuff. And then to come out this year, not only injure Stolars, not only cause controversy by somehow accidentally on purpose running into Anderson, but then to go out there and, like, clobber Stuart Skinner in back-to-back games and claim that you accidentally on purpose did it is crazy. Just, like, tell the truth, kids. There's no point of lying, and Sam Bennett unfortunately falls in that category.